In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to use the Pareto Principle for your productivity. So let's get started. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B. Rising and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show, where I help you boost your productivity and stay organized so that you can easily handle whatever life throws at you. I upload new videos and podcasts every single week, so be sure to subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Shop for workbooks, printables, and stickers at perspectiveplans.com. And last but not least, this episode would not be possible without the support of our Perspective Plans patrons and channel members. Thank you. Now let's get into this episode. The Pareto Principle. What is it? According to the Pareto Principle, about 80% of consequences for many outcomes result from 20% of causes. Stated differently, a tiny portion of causes result in disproportionate effects. Understanding this idea is crucial because it will enable you to decide which projects to prioritize in order to have the most influence. What is the origin of the Pareto Principle? Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist, created the Pareto Principle in 1896. Just 20% of Italians held 80% of the country's land, according to Pareto. In his own garden, he saw the same thing occurring. 20% of the plants produced 80% of the fruit. The ideal way to quantitatively represent this connection is as a power law distribution between two quantities, where changes in one quantity cause corresponding changes in the other. Additionally, this phenomena is known by a few distinct names: adequacy principle, 80-20 principle, the 80-20 rule, which of course is its most popular name, the crucial few law, the sparsity principle of factors. The 80-20 rule is a generalized phenomena that may be seen in business, economics, time management, and even sports. However, it's not a formal mathematical equation. So here's how the 80-20 rule may be used. Even though the 80-20 rule is applicable to practically every industry, business and economics frequently apply the Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle's tenet is that 20% of activities produce 80% of the effects. The Pareto Principle can assist you in determining the most influential element of any job that can be divided into smaller segments.
Create a budget that works for you and track your debt, monthly bills, savings, expenses, cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenges, and more. This budget planner is perfect to take control of your finances, even if you are a beginner and just started your financial journey. Featuring 200 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, over 1,500 planner stickers in 14 unique colors, and 50 plus quote layering stickers that allow you to customize the background to match your planner style. All this and more can be found in the Budget Planner Bundle, available in two amazing color options at perspectiveplans.com.
Paperback edition, now available at Amazon, helping you plan for what's to come. So here are the pros of using the Pareto Principle. The ability to have the most impact with the least amount of effort is the main benefit of applying the Pareto Principle. Your staff may be able to operate more productively and maintain concentration on particular tasks as a result. The 80-20 rule can help you boost your metrics faster by ensuring that your projects are prioritized correctly. Some advantages of applying the Pareto Principle are clearly defined priorities for you and your group, an increase in daily output, the capacity to divide your job into digestible chunks, and lastly, a more targeted approach. Now, here are the cons of applying the 80-20 rule. The Pareto Principle is sometimes misunderstood to mean that you can accomplish 80% of the results with 20% of the work. This isn't always the case though. The 20 and 80% figures relate to the causes and effects you're working on, not how much effort you're putting in. The idea is to concentrate your efforts on a particular task so that you may have a greater effect, rather than to work as little as possible. To get 80% of the outcomes, you still need to give that 20% of your attention, 100% of your effort. The 80-20 rule also has the drawback of occasionally causing team members to become overly concentrated and lose sight of their other duties. Things can be forgotten if you set away less crucial duties, like email and other correspondence, and concentrate exclusively on the crucial ones. The trick is striking the correct balance between applying the 80-20 rule and finishing the remaining activities, even if they don't provide 80% of the desired results you're looking for. You can utilize strategies like the getting things done approach or time boxing to counter this effort. Efficiency of using the Pareto Principle. To help you prioritize the things you need to get done during the day, consider applying the 80-20 rule. The concept is that all of the items on your to-do list, doing 20% of them, will yield 80% of the effect you can make that day. Decide which tasks will have the biggest influence on your team and dedicate your day to completing them in order to have the biggest impact possible. Make a list of everything you need to accomplish that day in order to accomplish this. Next, determine which of those assignments has the most influence. Do any of your responsibilities need you to work with teammates on them? Do you have any unfinished business that is preventing you from advancing with projects? Even if these jobs are straightforward to complete, by letting the process continue, they can have a significant effect on the other members of the team. Making decisions. When addressing the problem, the Pareto Principle can assist you in coming to the optimal conclusions. The Pareto Principle might assist you in prioritizing remedies when an issue has several causes. The steps to implementing this are as follows. Determine the issues that your group is facing. During this decision-making process, you are attempting to discover a solution to these issues. Determine the root causes of these issues. Determine every reason behind the issues you're attempting to resolve by employing a technique such as the 5 whys procedure. Sort your issues into related categories. Take use of this to combine related causes of the issues you're seeking to tackle together if any of them fit into comparable categories. You may use this to determine whether a single solution can take care of several problems. Based on the effects on the company, give each of these issues a numeral value. The value might simply be a number between 1 and 10, or it can have a real monetary value to represent the true significance. Create a strategy to concentrate on the top 20% of issues affecting the company or even your life. The concept is that several solutions may be solved with a single solution. Determine the problems that rank in the top 20% based on the values you supplied to each one. After determining the primary issue, devise a strategy to use problem-solving techniques to produce a solution that can yield 80% of the desired outcomes. An illustration of using the 80-20 rule to decision-making. Here's an example for you. Assume you are employed at an online retailer looking over 100 of your most recent customer service complaints. You find that a majority of them have to do with customers receiving defective goods. When your staff figures out how much was refunded for your broken products, they discover that almost 80% of the returns were for damaged goods. You prioritize finding a solution for this issue, because your business wants to prevent having to process refunds for defective items. Your team is able to resolve that broken items will no longer be sent to customers by updating the packaging to safeguard your products throughout the transit process. If you have tried bullet journaling, time blocking, or just plain old to-do lists but haven't found the right solution to manage your time, then it's time to try out the Hourly Planner Bundle. This is the ultimate planner with everything you need to manage your schedule and get things done today. Featuring 300 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, 100 plus event and holiday labels, and over 2,000 plus planner stickers in 14 unique colors. All this and more can be found in our Hourly Planner Bundle, available in 2 amazing color options at perspectiveplans.com. Paperback edition, now available at Amazon. Helping you plan for what's to come. Quality assurance. Among the most important instruments in the Six Sigma quality control approach are the Pareto chart and analysis. Using a Pareto chart can assist you in visualizing your data to determine the order of importance and actions in the Six Sigma approach. In order to increase productivity, the primary objective of the Six Sigma is to decrease process variance. Because Pareto charts make it easy to determine which of a process's variations are more common, they are frequently used in Six Sigma approach. So here are some questions to ask before getting started. If you ask yourself these questions, you may use the Pareto Principle to analyze your problems and even frustrations. Which 20% of your present endeavors are producing 80% of your intended results and happiness? Which 20% of your present endeavors are the root of your 80% of your issues and discontent? And do not mean a rational conjecture. As an alternative, make a detailed timetable to see how you truly spend your minutes and hours throughout a typical work week. Now review every activity you complete and the amount of time you spend on it. Using the two questions above, put these activities into perspective. Time is both a measurement and continuum. Measuring the duration required for your activities to yield certain outcomes is a huge step towards achieving success. Processing can take some time. Yes, realizing how much of your time is being spent on activities that don't bring you happiness or make you productive may be difficult. It's alright, but let's consider it in this manner. Even if you are powerless to recover the hours you lost due to the events in the past, the time you will be able to save by using this method will extend the hours in your future. When applying the Pareto Principle, you have two objectives. Draw attention to your inefficiencies so you can cut them out. Draw attention to your advantages so you can provide additional value with them. Occasionally applying the Pareto Principle will assist you in determining that certain types of your goals contribute so little to your ultimate aim that you may safely overlook them. For instance, you may realize that responding to emails for 4 hours every single day is inefficient, and that you may shorten the duration of your replies and spend only 30 minutes a day on the activity. While responding to emails could be required, it shouldn't have to take up half of your working day. Rather, you ought to recognize and concentrate your efforts on the 20% of tasks that might really propel you closer to your objectives. The Pareto Principle can assist you in setting priorities and concentrating on the things that are truly important to you. It illustrates the difference between efficacy and efficiency. The management guru Peter Drucker famously stated, "Efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things." The best time to apply anti-perfectionism. There are moments when the job simply must be done. Even if a task is occasionally required, let's suppose that it doesn't constitute the 20% of work that accounts for 80% of a freelance designer's profit. For example, freelancers will have to deal with a few bureaucratic matters. They must, for example, ensure that they are paying the fees associated with renting their office space and, of course, internet service. Even if it might not be worthwhile to hire a staff member to handle this, it still needs to get done. Write it in your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Remember to keep planning for what's to come. Bye, y'all. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspectiveplans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.